Alright guys, so the Tech Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks EZA is coming out later tonight. Tech Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks, he is an absolute behemoth after his EZA, able to get to nearly a 5 million attack stat. Now, the weakness for Tech Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks' EZA is going to be a category that this INT Goten is a part of, the boys and girls category. This category right here, one of the new ones that came in with the new INT Goku. Now, if you don't have the new INT Goku, that's not really going to be too big of a deal, because if we head over here, here's the team that I have built that I think I'll be using for the EZA. As you guys can see, it's all hybrid Saiyans except for Kid Goku. So you could easily, boom, toss SCR Ultimate Gohan as your leader, copy this team right here, and you're going to be fine. This EZA shouldn't be too difficult. I mean, as you guys can see, Goku Jr., the Gotenks and Ghosts, and LRB Pan are all free-to-play units. So I don't think this EZA should be too difficult. But, because this EZA is coming up, and actually this INT Goten is actually going to be very important. He's a nice little defensive unit that's going to be solid. For this EZA, I decided to go ahead and rainbow him today. The other thing, too, I was planning on rainbowing this Goten eventually anyway, because him and the Tech Kid Trunks, they're both pretty good. Both of them are good in a couple of different EZA events. The Kid Trunks is really good for that Broly EZA, so I might rainbow him at some point soon. And both of these two units, when they get their Dokkan Awakenings, I presume probably the next time we get a new Dokkan Fest Gotenks card, like maybe either like a Trunks and Goten that would fuse into Gotenks, or a transforming Gotenks, something along those lines, I think probably is when this Goten and, the Tech Trunks will get their Dokkan Awakenings. But, okay, let's go ahead and hop in, because this Goten is on a lot of teams, so there's a lot of different situations to show him on. Alright guys, so one of the 500 different category teams that this Goten is on is, of course, the Hybrid Saiyan team. Again, I think the Hybrid Saiyan team, it's going to be pretty interesting once we actually finally, yeah, if I do this should get Goten a super attack. Once the Hybrid Saiyan team actually gets an updated leader, I think it's actually going to be kind of interesting. Like, SCR Ultimate Gohan is not even really that bad of a unit, right? I've actually come around on him a little bit. It's just, he's not a good leader unit, right? To have two of him, okay, so 600,000 is all we got right there, but, I mean, there's not really, links like Super Saiyan, Kamehameha, Budding Warrior were not active for him. This Goten gets an 80% attack buff, so, well, plus we also are on the Hybrid Saiyan team, so that was a bit of an underwhelming sort of attack stat right there, but no worries, it's going to get a lot better as we go on and we go through several of the teams, right, because this Goten is also on the Buu Saga team, which, that's not great. He's on the Movie Hero team, which, he'll be useful over there. He's on the Goku's Lineage team, which I think, typically that always ends up being the best team for a lot of units. I think this probably will be the case for this Goten as well. And then Goten is also on the Boys and Girls team, of course, the new Dokkan Fest Kid Goku. So we're going to take a look at him on all these teams. See, what's interesting is a lot of units are on sort of like filler categories, like World Tournament and stuff like that. This Goten is just on like 5 actual category teams, right? He doesn't really have, one of those filler teams. Okay, so this is what we're talking about. Oh, I'm actually going to have to use some key up item here, because we're not going to... Okay, well, I'm glad I brought some key up items here. So, Goten is going to get Super Saiyan and Kamehameha from the Super Saiyan 2 Adult Gohan, plus he gives a 35% buff. And then, of course, I don't really need to talk about or go over LRB Pan too often. Now, the other thing that Kid Goten does is he does supreme damage on super attack, but he also raises allies' attack by 20% for 1 turn. So that is going to affect him as well. So, if we go ahead and do like an additional super with this Goten, he'll be able to buff himself twice with that effect right there. So that's an important thing to sort of remember, right? Is that Goten will be able to hit higher based upon, if he gets an additional or not. But obviously, I'm not really relying on that for, the purposes of this showcase right here. Plus, right now we're only on the Hybrid Saiyan team anyway. So Goten is able to jump up over 1 million, and this, of course, is on a 130% buff. So considering this Goten does not get a Dokkan Awakening yet, You know, he gets an 80% attack buff. He has a high chance to reduce damage received by 40%. He's solid. I believe I actually had him on the team for my first ever win in Super Battle Road. I believe so. That it was Super INT. I remember it was a like death-defying run. Came down to like UI Goku, I believe, getting a dodge right at the end. It was crazy, and I'm pretty sure this Goten, this INT Goten, was on that team. So, okay, we saw him in the Hybrid Saiyan team. He was able to bump up above 1 million, which is good. Let's go ahead and keep going through his other teams as well. Alright guys, so we're over here on the Majin Buu arc team. Now, again, I don't really want to spend too much time on the Majin Buu arc team since, really, I think it is kind of just a subpar team at the moment. But the reason we're here is because, you know, with LR Great Saiyaman 1 and 2, the thing that your boy actually did forget about them for a little bit is the fact that they are able to get that pretty nasty 2-turn attack buff right here via their 18-key super. So this is going to last for 2 turns, and then this attack buff is going to factor in for Goten, and, you know, looking at his damage over here. The only thing is we took a super attack right there. Are we still above 80%? Yes, we are. I could tell because Kid Buu has 2 extra key. Okay, perfect, perfect, perfect. So, yep, this will be Goten's best rotation here on the Buu arc team. Of course, we are able to get the 2-turn buff from LR Great Saiyaman 1 and 2. We've got Physical Kid Buu with his 50% attack buff. Plus, we have Goten linked up with the Super Saiyan 2 Adult Gohan. So that's going to bring in a lot of extra damage. If Goten could get his damage reduction active here, which I think he actually might have, because we only took 74k, and he's just a shade under 1 million. It just goes to show how good LRB Pan is, that the attack set is lower here on the Buu Saga team, considering Goten is basically getting buffed by 3 separate support type units, if we also include LR Great Saiyaman 1 and 2, right? So, alright, there was him on the Buu Saga. Again, I don't want to spend too much time on this team. You know, we'll see what it's like once it gets a more relevant leader, but for now, we'll finish off right here, and then we'll move on to the next team to show this Goten on. Alright guys, we're over here on the boys and girls team slash, childhood saga team run by the new Dokkan Fest Kid Goku. I figured we go ahead and get, a quick rotation with a lot of these units in here because, I don't often use, like, the AGL Super Saiyan Gotenks. Vegeta Jr. is such an impressive unit, right? I want to, get some super attacks in by him as much as I can. For a free-to-play unit, the way both Vegeta Jr. and Goku Jr. are, they're very impressive. Also, it is interesting, none of the Super Saiyan Gotenks cards actually got EZAs. I know a lot of people were kind of hoping that we would see an EZA come for... a lot of people specifically wanted the physical Super Saiyan Gotenks to get an EZA. I mean, I'm right there with y'all, of course. Like, that, it would have been cool if, maybe not just only the physical one, but, like, maybe if the SCR, physical, and AGL Super Saiyan Gotenks has all got EZAs. I mean, they still could in the future, right? Like, the Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks EZA could return in the future, and they could EZA the Super Saiyan Gotenks units. I think that would be a really good idea. And, we could, like, because... some of them, I think, could be really interesting in the right circumstances. So let's go ahead and shoot out LRB Pan's active skill again. As you guys know, getting a unit's best attack stat in this day and age, like, most of the time, it is certainly going to include the girl, LRB Pan, with that massive active skill buff. It's going to be very interesting to see if they're going to give us other units that will be able to get a buff for like an active skill type buff. Like, could you imagine if there was a Dokkan Fest exclusive? Okay, so 1.1, Goten from this team, by the way, is getting a 150% attack buff right now. That's what Goten is getting from this team. Yeah, because the boys and girls part of Kid Goku's leader skill gives 150%, and then the childhood saga is 170%. So, we're sort of progressively moving up, right? Now, at this point, we still got to show them on the Goku's lineage team, which, of course, is a 170% team, as well as the fusion slash movie hero team, which also is a 170% team. Alright guys, we're over here on the movie hero slash fusion team, and of course we have Blue Gogeta already transformed, so this is about to be a demolishing of Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta right here. Let's go ahead and get the 18 key super, of course, with LR Great Saiyaman 1 and 2, which will activate a little bit of an attack buff for Goten on the next rotation. So, you know, we'll be able to see exactly how nice that will get them looking. That should be pretty good. You know, I think we'll probably see Goten maybe up closer to like 1.5 million here on the double 170% team. I don't know, maybe we'll see, because like, you know, the movie hero team, one of the big issues with it is the lack of proper support type units, right? Like Pandel is the best that we're gonna get, so you know, we'll see, you know, what exactly is gonna be able to be done here for. Blue Gogeta is just. Blue Gogeta is a special unit, man. I cannot wait to see until we just get a standalone like Blue Gogeta. What's gonna happen there? Like, you know, like all these units, like Transform the Android 21, you know, Mastered Ultra Instinct Goku, Evolution Blue Vegeta, like, you know, Blue Gogeta, like, you know, Full Power Broly, all of those units, we don't have like a standalone version of it. So like those are all incredibly hype units too. So that's gonna be very exciting to see. Okay, so Goten, of course, has a little buff. I'm actually gonna go ahead and use a Dende right here, just be a little bit on the safe side. Okay, so I guess if I do this, Pandel, like her getting a super attack is not a big deal anyway. We'll go ahead and get the super attack for Goten. And then, of course, we're linked up with Super Saiyan 3 physical Gotenks because, of course, they're going to share several links. You know, they have Super Saiyan, they have the Innocence, and they have Budding Warrior, you know, which is that 10% link that only a few units have got. So, okay, he just up to 1 million, huh? So, we were even able to get him better on the Childhood Saga team. Well, / boys and girls, right? We'll definitely be able to get a lot higher on the Goku's lineage team, though. But, you know, just a shade above 1 million, that's okay. I mean, Goten and his defensive ability, which activated right there for sure, is very, very good, right? Like, him reducing damage the way he does, I gotta imagine he's going to be disgusting when he gets his Dokkan Awakening, because they might take away, like, rather than high chance reduce damage received by 40%, it might be like, you know, reduce damage by 50% or something like that. No chance at all. That would be just incredible. But, alright guys, so one more team left to take a look at. Let's go ahead and scoot over to the Goku's lineage team and see what Goten could do at his best. Because, of course, on the Goku's lineage team, that's the team that's going to have his best. Alright guys, and we have reached the final team. We are on the Goku's lineage team. You know, I feel definitely one of the best teams in the game. And definitely one of the best for showcasing, you know, basically any unit that fits in on this leader skill is going to look really, really good on this team. So, same, you know, pretty much a similar setup as we've been using. You know, LRB Pan, you know, we got the Super Saiyan 2 Adult Gohan. There's a few links that Goten has that, you know, we're not going to be able to get active. You know, something like Budding Warrior is not active, but we do have Super Saiyan Kamehameha and Innocence. All three of those links active for this Goten. So let's see what he's able to put out. Can he get up to 1.5? 1.31. Okay, I will take that, actually, because, you know, he is a good defensive unit as well, and he's only going to improve after his Dokkan Awakening. He's going to be very, very good for the Tech Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks EZA. That's the main reason I went ahead and rainbowed him today, although I was sort of thinking about rainbowing him, but I might have honestly waited until his eventual Dokkan Awaken if he wasn't, you know, now like a really good unit in one of these EZAs. So, real quick before we finish up, let's go ahead and take a look at this INT Super Saiyan Goten, who is from the Bio Broly movie. Alright guys, so this is Inborn Fearlessness Super Saiyan Goten Kid. Funny enough, this is actually one of the, like, this was one of the brand new units that was on JP when I first started my account. You know, the Bio Broly stuff had come out, and then I think it was about a week later when LR Goku Black officially released, and then it was at that point that I had actually started my account. So, Goten's leader skill is Int and Physical Type Key 2, HP attack and defense 20%, so it's fodder. 20% is way too low, but after his awakening, it could be very interesting. His super attack is the Triple Kamehameha, which does supreme damage and raises allies' attack by 20% for one turn. It's, you know, I like, you know, we got our boy Krillin is able to actually hop in and be a part of the super attack. I actually really like the triple Kamehameha animation. You know, I'm sure they could touch it up a little bit. So I kind of hope that when Goten and Trunks get their awakenings, hopefully they keep the triple Kamehameha, but maybe they give it like an updated animation, because it is cool. Like, I do like seeing that in Dokkan. You know, supreme damage raise allies attack by 20% for one turn. I do really like that too. That attack buff is solid. It's a nice little helper. You know, it'll overall give a bunch of units extra damage, right? So his passive skill is a hero like his father. He gets an 80% attack buff at the start of turn, and then he has a high chance to reduce damage received by 40%. So he's a reasonable defensive unit. His links are Golden Warrior, Super Saiyan, Kamehameha, Budding Warrior, the Innocent, and Prepared for Battle. So he has solid links. Hopefully he gets Fierce Battle when he gets his eventual Dokkan Awakening. His 12Q multiplier is only 130%. That's pretty bad. So that explains why, like, what was it? 1.31 was the maximum attacks that we're able to get him. And then, of course, he is on 5 different category teams, and all 5 are, you know, actual, you know, teams with real category leaders. So, of course, he's on the Hybrid Saiyan team. He is also here on the Majin Buu arc team. Down here, he is on the Movie Hero team. He is also on the Goku's Lineage team, which is definitely his best team. And then the final team he's on is the Boys and Girls category, which, of course, is what's strong against Tech Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks' EZA, and thus the reason for the rainbow today. So, there we go, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch y'all next time.